Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new Invincible breakdown here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Enberg. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm breaking down season 2, episode 7. I'm not going anywhere of the Amazon Prime show Invincible. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, please subscribe and ring that bell. We're gaining so many new followers. It's really exciting. So keep telling your friends about Max Talks Movies. I talk all things movies, TV shows like Invincible, as well as box office every single Tuesday. So please subscribe, ring the bell, comment down below. What are your thoughts on this past episode of Invincible? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are your bold predictions for the final episode this upcoming Thursday of season 2 of Invincible? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please like the video, guys, as well. The thumbs up button, that's how you really support this channel, helps the YouTube algorithms out, which helps us get more recommended to new YouTube viewers. So I broke down the first 2 episodes of part 2 of season 2 of Invincible. Now I'm here to talk about this episode. Sorry, I'm a couple days late to this. Just fit in my schedule to talk about it now. I love this episode. Now, usually, if you followed me back when I did my original reviews of Invincible, in season 1, I did break down thing by thing by thing, but I just want to give my general thoughts and spoiler thoughts. This is full spoiler reviews. If you've not seen any of Invincible, including this episode, this will be spoiler reviews again. I've not read the comics, so I'm not spoiling anything like that to you guys. So this episode was a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, and intense episode of Invincible. Kind of the main story is this Mark and Amber relationship. That's kind of been the main storyline for Mark here in season 2. Omni-Man's not been in this part of season 2 so far, other than that cameo, but he really didn't even talk in that scene last episode. But this is a really fascinating and I think authentic romantic relationship in a superhero, even in real life. I know that Mark, obviously, there's no superheroes in real life, but it felt like a real, tangible, romantic relationship done here in the show between Mark and Amber. They go to Comic-Con. Great joke about how they get away with things in animation, which I really liked. But Mark has to save Rexplode. Obviously, Rexplode has a new device basically in his arm, giving the explosions. Before we get also joined back with Mark and Amber later in the episode, we get this great stuff of Donald and Rick. And then Donald learns this episode that he's been killed off 39 times. And he has actually been the one who chooses to erase his own memory. And Donald, again, a very one-note kind of, he's a memorable character in season 1, but he's not one of the most, if you think of Invincible, you don't think of Donald, but he's really caught on here in season 2, learning about himself. But in fact, he's like 98, 99% robot, but he's still there. And Rick looks like he's about to jump off. No one can relate to a situation, but Donald can relate to a situation. And I really respected the way they went with that storyline. Donald, I keep getting surprised how much time they're putting and effort they're putting into his character, but I'm really enjoying Donald here in season 2 and 1. A really great character. Eve was still taking on that same villain that she was in her teenage years. Rudy is still struggling with Monster Girl. That Black Samson scene I thought was really excellent, which is that they're all kind of mess ups, the F ups. I'm not going to curse here on the air, but they are all very much flawed people in this group. But they're close because they're family, and that's why they're the best superhero team. I just really appreciate that scene with Black Samson. Yeah, we have Immortal wanting time off, wanting to basically get rid of it, and Caesar's like, I'll give you some time off, but you need to be back, whatever. But the big thing is that Mark and Amber go on this really nice date, and you're feeling like things are getting back on track with Mark and Amber, and then a Viltrumite agent basically comes in and makes this a chilling episode of Invincible, which I was not expecting. Great twist into the episode. Anissa, who was voiced by Chantel Van Satin. Hopefully I'm saying her name right, but she comes in and voices Anissa, and she's choking Amber. And I got so nervous that Amber was going to and Anissa even told her, she said, I can kill her quicker than you getting here to stop me. And it was just you felt like you were in a great place with Amber and Mark, and that happens, and I was shook. So Amber survives this scene. Mark and Anissa go out to save this kaiju. Anissa kills the kaiju just viciously. Very cool stuff. But we had this whole dilemma, which is, Anissa is going about this in a negotiating way. Clancy Brown's character, um, he's kind of coming at this, General Craig. Craig's coming at this at a very visual perspective, which is we're taking over Viltrum, you need to take over Earth, and they all need to be underneath your rule. She came at it from a different perspective, which is that we can save Earth. This is a place which is true that probably won't be surviving for hundreds of years, down the road. Won't be able to survive itself because you guys, the humans, take from each other and have wars with each other, all these things. And, she said in 1 year, we could put this place in a much better spot than you ever could in your whole life. And Mark says, I love humanity, though. We make mistakes, and that's fine. Those are the people I want to defend. He continues to say that Viltrumites are not his people. These people are humans are. Huge fight. Mark gets his ass handed to him in this fight. He had no chance fighting her. Cecil and Mark working as a team, I really enjoyed in this episode. They've been at odds so far here in season 2, but Mark's really now committed to this team up. And you really didn't even see Omni-Man had this kind of relationship with Cecil. And I really enjoyed seeing Cecil and Mark on the same page. And Cecil's like, just say the words, Mark, because Mark was getting his ass kicked. And Cecil's like, just say the words that you guys can take over. And Cecil's point was, get her out of here and then give us time to prepare for when they're back. And Mark never said the words. He never gave in. He never told Nissa to do that. And, Mark's just a great character. This is a fantastic character. He has a lot of subplots going on. He has this relationship with his mom, who looked like she could be going on a date soon. He has a younger brother. Omni-Man's his dad. He's going with Amber and Adam Eve and all these different people. He now has had a really good friendship with Rexplode. But he's such a fascinating character to watch. And Steven Yeun also very much delivers. Great scene with him and Cecil and Anissa towards the end of the episode. We then get the big breakdown scene behind me with Mark and Amber. And Amber basically, I don't know how much you could, she even says, I'm a brave and strong person, and even I can't take this anymore, basically. Like, she was literally about to die because people know, those people know that Mark Grayson is invincible. She is in danger. And that's the big thing in these superhero movies, is that they are kind of the damsel in distress. And this show has kind of gone against that, with Amber being very cool with that. It's only the second time in the show that she's been in real danger. The first time was in that D.A. Sinclair episode in season 1. Even that, she wasn't in, like, you didn't think she would die. It's the first time I really felt like Amber was in real danger. And, she's like, what can we do? And Mark says, I don't know. And they both break down crying. They hug each other. Again, I don't feel like I want them to be together, but also it just doesn't feel like this relationship can last. And, because now she's, and she's not a superhero. She can't fight. Mark breaks down how he got his butt kicked and all of these things. And Amber just almost died, as well. And, Mark can't, get better quickly. Like, Amber can't get better like Mark can. And I really appreciated this scene of them just letting everything out, crying. They didn't break up, but they hugged, and they were just letting all these raw emotions come out. And I just really appreciated that. But we end the show with Mark sitting on the rooftop of the college. He gets a call from his thought was his mom, but it's Angstrom Levy, who is holding his mother and brother captive. So Angstrom Levy's kind of been the overarching. They opened with him in season 2. He's kind of been very much in the background, very used, not used a lot since, but you can feel his presence in the show. Was in that post-credit scene, episode 6. But now he seems to be this real threat right in front of Mark, that he's going to have to stop, because he has to deal with Angstrom Levy. He had the Sequoids, who are still, again, taking over that one astronaut on Earth. He has to deal with the Viltrumites as well. A lot of things in his real life, which is taking care of his brother and his mom, which obviously now in danger with Angstrom Levy. The post-credit scene is also phenomenal, with Anissa being called out by Greg. And then that leads to Anissa fighting Alan, who's just flying by. And Alan does not, he really punches Anissa once, and she bleeds a lot. And at the point, Anissa says, we need to take you back to our facility to work on you. And this is when, Alan fakes like he gets knocked out by Anissa, but he's clearly just doing that so he can infiltrate the Viltrum ship. So that's a whole other aspect. I'm very sad that we're already at the season finale here of season 2. Already we know there's going to be a season 3 either released later this year or in 2025, but I am very excited, but also nervous about what's going to happen in this season finale of Invincible. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous at the same time. So I'll be back here on Thursday breaking down season 2, episode 8, the season 2 finale of Invincible here on the channel. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel, and I'll be around soon.